I find it super comfy, really well breathable. It's going to handle them areas really well, and I've completely forgotten what I said. Say a road marathon, so I'll be taking a gel, say every 5 miles. Welcome back, folks. I'm Lloyd Purvis and this is Run4Adventure. Hope you are all fit and well out there and training hard. So we waited about 18 months to get back racing again with the Southwest Traverse, and then all of a sudden 2 races come along at once. So this weekend we are going to be traveling up country and we are going to be running the Salomon Serpent Trail 50k. Awesome event put on by the lovely people from Freedom Racing. I actually ran this event before back in 2019 and I loved every minute of it. The route is super runnable and it is on a stunning course. You get to run through some beautiful heathland, some stunning woodland. Okay, there is a little bit of tarmac towards the end, but you also get to run through these epic cornfields. I mean, come on, does it get any better than that? It was actually my first race back after being ill for a while, and I really wasn't sure how the day would pan out, so I just wanted to go out, take it nice and easy and be consistent. And I actually had a really strong run and the body worked well, so I set a 50k PB that day, and I managed to take 2nd place. So that sits proudly in the background on the set there. So a really good day out. I think with the race being part of Salomon's UK Golden Trail series this year, the race is going to be uber competitive, and we've got some speed merchants travelling up for the 50k from Cornwall. So Tristan Stevenson, who is fresh off his victory at the Southwest Traverse, speed runs in the family for that family for sure. So his speedy brother is going up, Jamie, who actually won the Arc of Attrition 50 miler a few years ago, and we've got young gun Jordan Clay, who on his day can set some really impressive times. So we've also going to have runners from all over the UK and maybe overseas turning up for the race, with it being a big deal because it's part of the Golden Trail series. So not sure I'm going to be taking 2nd place this year. The other reason it's going to be a super exciting weekend is because Liga is taking on the 100k distance for the first time at the Serpent Trail. She's been training super hard, she's running strong, she's looking good, and she is super excited about taking on this new adventure over the 100k distance. And there's one thing for sure, she'll run really strong all day, and I'll be there at the finish line to give her a big hug once she's smashed that distance. So I just thought I'd run you through the mandatory kit that's needed for the Serpent Trail 50k, and the kit that I'll be using, and the nutrition that I'll be using, and maybe go through my sort of nutritional plan for the race. It's not a big mandatory kit, it's a 50k race on pretty steady trail and in summer conditions here in the UK, even though obviously summer in the UK we can get anything, but not a big list. So first thing up is you need to carry a light windproof or waterproof jacket. So I'm going to be carrying my Ron Hill Shake Dry Gore-Tex jacket. It is super lightweight, packs down very small, so it's not going to take up a lot of room in my race vest, but it is a waterproof layer. So if anything does happen out on the trail, or if the weather really does turn, then I've got a good level of protection. It will probably just sit in my pack and I'm never probably going to put it on, but it's there just in case I need it. Also on the list is a peaked cap, head covering or a buff of some description. Obviously we're going to be carrying the best running hat in the business, so the Run4Adventure CL running cap. Really comfortable to wear, super breathable. We've got a peak to protect us if the sun's out, and it fits my head really well. We are currently out of stock on the Run4Adventure CL caps at the moment, but we are thinking about putting another order in. So if you guys are interested, let us know in the comments below. If the response is good, then we'll get another order placed, and maybe we'll get some new colorways this time round. You have to carry a foil blanket on the day, but I'm actually going to be carrying a foil emergency bivvy bag. I think them foil blankets are okay if you're running a road marathon, crossing the finish line to keep you warm for a few minutes, but it doesn't really offer a lot of protection from the elements if you're out on the trails for some time. So I'll always carry a small emergency bivvy bag. This one's from Harrier Trail. It's super small. It doesn't weigh a lot more than a foil blanket, but again, it's going to do a much better job of offering you protection when you need it. And at the end of the day, it's items of kit like this that could save your life. I'll also be carrying a little small runner's first aid kit. It's not on the mandatory kit list, but I tend to run with a first aid kit. This is from Harrier Trail as well. Great kit, full of everything you need, but packed down in a nice small handy size. Could be me who needs it. It could be another runner that I come across en route. So I always tend to race with a first aid kit in my race vest. We also need to carry a collapsible cup of some description. So I've just got this small 150ml Salomon cup. Squish it down, stick it in my pack. I dare say I probably won't even use it. And we also have to have a mobile phone fully charged with a waterproof case. The list also says it's not mandatory, but if you're planning on taking sort of 11 or 12 hours for the event, then you need to carry a head torch. I'd like to think, hopefully, I'll be finished a long time before 12 hours. If I'm not, obviously, I've had a bad day out on the trails. Shoe of choice for the race is going to be Salomon's new Ultra Glides. I've only actually done a couple of runs in the shoe, but I've been really impressed with the level of comfort, fit, and performance the shoe's given me. We've actually just uploaded our first run, first impressions video, so I've left a link in the description. If you haven't seen it, it's definitely worth checking out. The shoe ran great on that first run. So great levels of traction from the outsole that will work really well on the route, and having that deeper level of cushioning from that Energy Surge compound, I think again it makes it a good shoe for the route and a great shoe for that 50k distance. With it being such a small mandatory kit list and we are only running 50k in length, I'm probably not going to be using my go-to running vest when it comes to racing, the Salomon Advanced 12 set. I'm going to give the slightly lighter, slightly more stripped back Sense Pro 5 set a go. Still got plenty of room for the mandatory kit, with room to spare to be honest, but it is a bit lighter, it is a bit more breathable, so hopefully it'll keep me a bit cooler in the midday sun. The forecast predicted is it's going to be quite a warm day out there, plus it looks super cool in this limited edition two-tone colorway. Clothing wise for the race, I'm going to be clad in Saysky's technical tee and their 2-in-1 shorts. I wore both of them at the Southwest Traverse and they performed really well in some really challenging hot conditions. When it comes to socks, obviously sock of choice is going to be Stance running socks. If you follow the channel for some time, you know I'm a massive fan and slightly obsessed with their socks. I've got this nice new Stars and Stripes pair put to one side, so I'm going to be rocking them on race day. To capture all the fun on the day out en route, I'm going to be carrying the trusty GoPro Hero 9. The camera of choice for sure, especially with this media mod attached. Great little feature this, makes so much difference to the audio having this sort of wind covering on a shotgun mic. Definitely worth the extra weight and bulk, it just makes so much difference to the quality. And we just got hold of this little GoPro handle. It extends a nice little length and the base flips out to be a tripod if you want to sit it down and do any run throughs. So great little compact filming system for race day. So that's the kit that I'm going to be carrying and wearing on the day, but when it comes down to race day nutrition, I'm going to predominantly be using Morton nutritional products. Currently reviewed them on the channel and was really impressed with the performance, and we gave them a thorough testing at the Southwest Traverse in some tricky conditions, and they passed with flying colours, that's for sure. So I'm going to be using their 160 drink mix, which gives you 40 grams of carbs, so that's going to be mixed in with 500 ml of water in one of my soft flasks. In the other soft flask, I'll just be carrying clear water, and I think that's a really good balance to have fuel in one bottle and just plain water in the other. Obviously, I'll be carrying some spare sachets that I can put in my bottles when I refill them at checkpoints. I'm going to try and consume a sachet, say, every hour if I can, and then for the rest of my fuel, I'm going to be using the Morton gels. I got on really well with these at the Southwest Traverse. They didn't muck with my stomach, really easy to digest, and they really are like rocket fuel for me. So I'm going to be carrying about 6 to 7 gels, a very similar setup that I'd use for, say, running a quicker road marathon. I'll be taking a gel about every 5 miles. Obviously, as I go along the way through the checkpoints, if I see anything I fancy, I'll grab it on the move just as a little treat. When it comes down to hydration or electrolyte intake, I'll be carrying a little pack of these Salt Stick Chews. If you haven't come across them before, they're like little tablets you have to crunch down down, really easy to digest and get in the system. They come in packs of 10s, so perfect for racing, but you can reseal that if you don't use them all and save them for another day. The main reason I like them is because of the flavors. So they're quite sour in taste, which is actually nice. When you've been eating lots of sugary energy products, it's quite nice to have something tart that just cuts through all that, and it is really refreshing. They taste very similar to the sort of old refresher sweets. I know I'm showing my age, but they really do taste very similar. And obviously they'll give me all my electrolytes and nutrients that I need, especially if it's going to be a warm day. So there you have it, a bit of an insight into the kit that I'm going to be using for the Serpent Trail 50K, and a bit of an idea about the nutrition I'm going to be consuming throughout the race. Super excited to get back up there and get back out pushing the pace on such a beautiful runnable route. Living and running where I do, even though I am very lucky and I've got some mega trails to run, we do have to run lots of sharp ups and downs pretty much on every route that we run down here in Cornwall. So it's always nice to head off up country, get on one of them more runnable, flatter routes where you can really get in a rhythm and in that flow state out on the trails. If you haven't heard or come across the Serpent Trail before, then last time we went up and raced the 50K, we actually made a race weekend video. I think it really captures how beautiful, how stunning and how runnable the route is, but it also captures the amazing atmosphere that sort of surrounds the race weekend. So I've left a link in the description and it's definitely worth checking out. Right, so I've got a few more things to get ready, then I've got to get the van all packed up and ready for a trip away. It has been a long time since we did any road trips in the adventure bus, so really looking forward to a weekend away. We've also got to go over Liga's race day plans and finalise it, get all them boxes ticked to make sure that she's prepared so that she'll have a great day out on the trails. And if any of you guys are racing at the Serpent Trail, then let us know what distance you're running, how you're feeling about the race, so get in the comments below. And when we're up at the event, if you see us, please come over, please say hi. It'd be great to put some faces to names, but also to thank you guys for the amazing support. So don't forget to like and share the video and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. But for now guys, thanks for watching, it's always appreciated. We will see you back here very soon, but as always, stay safe and keep on running.